Battlefield 1 is getting 7 new weapons. I have to admit, the past couple of days are literally a content overload when it comes to the new things that are coming to Battlefield 1. Not only are we getting new shock operations on 5 maps, which previously didn't have operations on them, then we are also getting the bolt action mode on both General Liu and the M1903 Experimental, and now we are also getting 7 bonus weapons. But before we go any further and get into the actual topic with presenting the weapons, I just want to mention that all of the credit goes to both. To the rat gamer Dan, who extracted those models and animations from the CTE files, and to Dan Minigun, who provided us with the statistics of those weapons. You can find links to their channels down in the description and also in the pinned comment, so if you want to check out and see what they are doing, just go for it. Anyway, back to the weapons themselves. As I've already mentioned, those weapon models were extracted from the CTE files, which means that I cannot show you the actual weapon yet, having it in the hands during the gameplay, because they are not implemented to the game yet. But what are those weapons and what are their statistics? Just remember, this is data mining, this is extracted from the CTE files, so not all of the weapons as well as their statistics might be the final version. They're hidden for a reason, they're not fully developed yet. So, starting off with the first weapon, we got the Thompson 1919. The weapon that probably everyone has been asking for in Battlefield 1 community ever since DICE announced Apocalypse DLC. Everyone wanted this weapon to actually be in that DLC and, well, as we all know, it didn't make it. But it is here now, so what are its statistics? It has 25 bullets in the magazine, it takes 2.9 seconds to reload it with bullets in the magazine, and 3.4 seconds to reload it on the empty magazine. When it comes to spread and recoil statistics, those are pretty much exactly like the ones of MP18, which can mean two things. Either DICE is making this gun similar to the MP18, or those statistics are just a placeholder because they haven't fully designed the weapon yet and they just implemented statistics from the MP18, so don't take anything for granted yet. The weapon number 2 is in fact another variant of Thompson 1919, and this one is called the Annihilator. Sadly, we don't really have statistics of this weapon yet. The only thing that actually can be seen from the model is that it has some water-cooled barrel. I'm really not sure what this could mean. Maybe it will have a bigger magazine and it will actually overheat if you keep shooting it for too long. Maybe. I'm just speculating at this point, I have no idea why it actually has a water-cooled barrel. Not even sure if it's water-cooled. The weapon number 3 is the brand new Fedorov Degtyarev, or however else it's supposed to be pronounced. Sorry, I have no idea. As we all know, we already have the Fedorov Automat in the game. It was introduced to us back in September of 2017, along with the In the Name of the Tsar DLC. Statistically speaking, the new Degtyarev variant of the Fedorov is pretty much exactly the same as the Fedorov that we currently have in the game, which I assume is caused by the fact that they've just used those statistics as a placeholder in the new variant. They have not fully designed it yet and they are using old statistics from the previous Fedorov. Also, there's one more thing you should know about. Dan Minigun has mentioned, the guy who extracted the statistics, that most likely this one will have a bipod. I admit, it will really be an interesting thing to see those weapons being implemented to the game. Fedorov with the bipods? That's quite powerful, I think. And going over to the new weapon number 4, that being the Winchester Burton LMG. Of course, for the support class. Taking a look at its statistics, we can see that the weapon has 20 bullet magazine, which brings me to the conclusion that it will be 40 bullets since it has 2 magazines equipped at once, as we can see it in the model. The fire rate is quite impressive, because it's at 830 rounds per minute. But that's not all about this LMG yet. The interesting thing about it is that it has a word incendiary in the code name of the variant. Does it mean it will have incendiary ammo? Something we've never seen in the game before? I assume so. And also, to make it even a bigger freak show, it will actually have a bayonet, which is something that's not available for any other LMG. The weapon number 5 is the new variant of the Mosin Nagant. Sadly, we don't have any info about the statistics of the weapon itself, but I assume it's going to be a Carbine variant, which will have Carbine variant statistics, as all of the other sniper rifles. Going over to another weapon that was found in the files, this one is called the Colt revolver. And as you can see by the name, it is a new revolver. The interesting thing about this is that, at least from the statistics, it looks like you will be able to fire it faster while shooting from the hip. If you aim down the sides, the fire rate will go down. It has 6 bullets in the magazine, and all of the other statistics are pretty much identical to the Gasser revolver, which is currently available in the vanilla game. And the last one, the 7th new weapon, is called the BAR WWII. Is the World War II theme confirmed? Will the Battlefield 2018 be placed in World War II era? Is this an Easter egg? Or is this a weapon from World War II implemented to Battlefield 1? Personally, I think it can be both, because the weapon itself in the files is called BAR WWII Fast Fire. Now this would indicate a new variant that we haven't seen in the Battlefield 1 before. Now this variant of BAR 1918A2 is pretty much identical when it comes to statistics to the BAR that we currently have in Battlefield 1, that being BAR 1918. Which brings us to the conclusion that maybe this variant will be the World War II BAR that was used during World War II. That's kind of obvious, don't know why I said it, but this one could actually switch fire modes. Maybe it is a little bit of a stretch, I'm not really sure. As I've said, I'm pretty much reading you the statistics from Dan Minigun, which again are not complete. He was not able to extract everything, as everything is not available in the CTE files yet, so at this point this video is kind of like me having something to show you, but at the same time I'm still speculating because I have no idea of what I'm talking about. Remember that all of the weapons we've just talked about might easily be a placeholder, and in the end their statistics might be different, their looks might be different. Of course not totally, but some things could change. Either way, regardless of if those things change or not, I'm still glad to see DICE actually working on Battlefield 1 and keeping it fresh with the new content. I really didn't expect it after seeing what happened with the Apocalypse DLC. Anyway guys, let me know what do you think about those new weapons. Do you like them? Maybe you don't like them? Let me know. Write down the comment, and as always, if you enjoyed, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and I see you on the battlefield.